Hey everyone, let's have a quick chat about Night Watch, the 29th novel in the Discworld series and the 6th novel in the City Watch subseries. Let's start off with saying that this isn't a good place to start. As I said, it's the 29th novel in the whole series and the 6th in the City Watch. We have a lot of references and character development that is relied on, that you might have experience with, which may take away from the enjoyment of this novel. So what's the book about? In Night Watch, we follow Sam Vimes, the commander of the City Watch, and he's at the beginning following a serial killer trying to catch him. And then they fall through the roof of the Unseen University's library, and because it's the Unseen University's library, they find themselves way in the past and they time travel. So now we are in an Ankh-Morpork where the City Watch doesn't really exist in the way it does. Lord Veterinary is not the patrician yet. So the whole city is a completely different place to what we know by now. And it's also on the verge of a revolution. And then there is young Sam Vimes, who recently joined the Night Watch. And if you remember, when we met Sam Vimes for the first time in the first book, Guards of the City Watch, he was still part of the Night Watch, and the City Watch wasn't what it is now. So this book really throws you back into a time and a nostalgia and atmosphere that is more closer to the beginnings of the series and to the beginnings of the Watch that we know. And also we learn how Sam Vimes became the policeman that he is now. And I really enjoyed that part. I must admit, I couldn't remember much of the story when I read it. I tried to figure out like what was going on, but I couldn't pinpoint the details. And now what I remember most of the book and what I remembered reading most, what I recognized was the atmosphere of how the city felt, how Sam Vimes felt. This part of his character, this crucial part of who he is and who he is made out to be, is really manifested in this book. I found myself really enjoying him interacting with his younger self, his inner monologue on how things were and how things are now, how he enjoyed being back there and how he enjoyed being that person. But then again, he also missed his present, and also his wife, who is highly pregnant, ready to deliver the baby, and he's in the past. So he's conflicted. I really enjoyed that. I also really enjoyed the parts where we look at the rebellion and the revolution and what happens there, and also the discussion of who's the enemy and who's are the rebels, and the communication from higher ups and what is happening. Really enjoyable. So if you were on the verge of continuing your series or the Discworld, this one really hits home. I really enjoyed it. It was such a great reading experience and also a new motivation to continue my reread of the series, because I was slowing down a little bit lately. But Night Watch. Oh, I forgot to mention, we also see the history monks again, of course, because time travel, who are always fun to see. Those were my thoughts on rereading Night Watch. What are your experiences with the novel? Have you read it? Have you reread it? How do you feel going back into the story? How are you doing on your Discworld reading? Have you started by now? Have you finished faster than me on my reread, maybe? Let me know in comments how you're doing, and thank you for watching.